Morning, everybody, and once again, welcome back in today's class. Today, we're on the day number 27 for class, and we were discussing about the scripting. So, today topic will be like kind of a last topic in the series of the scripting. Okay, or I can say what I want to be covered as part of my agenda will be this. So, we saw about the server-side scripting. There is UI action, which we saw yesterday. Means we can create the buttons and put the code in that buttons. Now there's a concept called the business rule. Purely hidden content, purely hidden, but work very beautifully. Business rule, as the name says, that's something which you want to run as a rule. So you can use the business rule. So in ServiceNow, if I go here, business rules. Business rules has its own kind of property, or I can say the nature. Funda is saying that it run on the table level, not on the field level. So it run on the table level. It means you can define as per your stuff. Check. When to run. This is important. When this should be executed on the insert of a record or when you update a record. Means clicking the save or submit button first time. That means insert. Or when you update something, then it should work. Or on the both it should be work. So up to you that what you want to do, and you can put the conditions as well. So like if I can say short description contains the LNG. And if you want that it should run with a specific user's rule, that if a user has idle only then it should run, you can define. But करना क्या है इसके बाद? What to do with this one? If condition is matching, then go to action. These are the limited actions. I can say if it is a case, then description should be set as a true. ये सेट कर दो. Add a message. Welcome. And submit. Now let's try this. क्या है हमारा इसका? It should contain TLNG. TLNG. और हमने कब किया इसको रन करने के लिए? Insert or update. So it means if I insert, नाउ स्टॉप तो है उसकी वजह से, ये आ गया आपका वेलकम। ये कहां से आया? फ्रॉम हियर, एंड वी गॉट दिस थिंग, दिस one. Now this is simple BR. ठीक है, you just need to be do little out of the box work to be add, or sorry, to be set some values. You're doing it. So mainly ultimately if you see that what this command says, description dot set value. ठीक, now what is practically used in service now is advanced. And if you go to, when you click on the advanced, you can see when to run this thing. Means when you submitting a form for ticket booking, sometimes you get a message before the ticket gets saved. ठीक है, that means a before. Now before insert, before update, before delete, or before query, I want to show some message before the record go in the database. Or after. ठीक है, same way. After insert update means you deleting or you're updating a record. It went in the database and then you're getting a message. Then async. It's typically when your BR is like, oh, it should work in a kind of a round robin format. Then we use this and display just to get the query and show the results. And technically, if you see this part, and in the advanced, you can do the complete scripting. You can put the condition, has rule, not rule, state is this, and then you can tick. The only thing which is be important, let me show you something of examples. Just say about changes the group. Add information in the instant closer. Good example to be see. Think. One thing more which is important in this is your ordering, your sequence. Here you go. When to run, instant state change to the resolve, or close, or cancel. And this is what the code says. This is again full scripting. Full, you have to write the code here. That is the only part in the business rules. ठीक है, क्लियर हुआ यहाँ तक सबको?
सर
बताइए ना, बोलिए विक्रम।
स्क्रीन पे जाएंगे सर।
श्योर, बताइए।
ये स्क्रिप्टिंग इसके पहले आपने जो दिखाया, जो हमने सेट किया था कि
एक्शंस में
नहीं, एक्शंस में, हाँ। तो ये एक्शन अगर हम मैनुअली सेट करते हैं तो
एक चीज
ऑटोमेटिकली
ध्यान रखो।
एडवांस में
नहीं,
स्क्रिप्ट लिख जाएगा क्या?
यस यस, नहीं नहीं नहीं, स्क्रिप्ट लिखेगा कुछ नहीं एडवांस में, बट इट विल वर्क इन द बैकग्राउंड फॉर यू। वो ऐसा नहीं है, टेक्स्ट टू कोड वाला नहीं है कि आपने लिखा और आपका कोड बन गया, नहीं, नॉट नॉट इन दिस केस। The
ओके,
simple be some the simple bit is very easy to be set value only. But if you want to go for the complex things, you want to show some message, multiple profile accounts you want to do, then you have to be going to the advanced section, write the script by yourself.
ओके। तो अगर अभी मान लीजिए मैंने एक्शन में ऐसा सेट किया कि समथिंग इज इक्वल टू दिस, और द सेम थिंग इज इक्वल टू दिस, सो उस ये अगर मैच होता है तो ये मैसेज आना चाहिए या ऐसा कुछ होना चाहिए। तो अगर वो उतना करने के बाद हमने उसको सेव किया और फिर हम एडवांस के टैब पे आके ओपन करते हैं तो यहाँ पे हमें वो ब्लैंक दिखेगा या
नहीं,
कुछ?
ब्लैंक ब्लैंक दिखेगा, ब्लैंक।
ओके।
वही
और
वही तो
एक
मैंने
चीज
बोला ना कि
और सर।
वही वही तो, दैट इज व्हाट आई एम सेइंग दैट action doesn't mean that it will convert your these words into the scripting. No, it's not like that.
ओके,
Action is just for the simple stuff which people like you and me do. You and me do, who is the not a coder and want to just set value, something like that.
ठीक है सर।
Okay.
एक एक चीज और सर।
Yeah, go ahead.
In most of the form, like there is a box for order where we
Yes,
mention number 100 or 200.
yes.
Exactly, like how that works. If what if I put 50? What if I put 1 lakh? So
Nine. Okay. Uh, Let me see if I can show you something. Uh, इसमें इसमें मैं आपको एक नंबर दिखाता हूँ, चीज कंटेंट। If I got that scripting, actually the question which you ask is very valid because it depends। और ऐसा नहीं, हाँ, अब देखो, minimum number means it will execute it first। I, let me show you something here only। चलो इसको यहीं दिखाते हैं। अब this screenshot available। अब देखो इसमें सीक्वेंस देखो तुम, right? If I order it, we have sequence 0 as well, see, 1 lakh as well। So sequence mainly tell you that in order tell you that in which sequence this should be executed. If we are writing a BR or you're writing a multiple BR on the same table, then you can see that what need to be executed first.
if we are giving 1, so it will first my rule will be
Yes,
approaches.
correct. So if you see on the incident table, we have 65 BRs, definitely with the multiple conditions. But these BRs are taking more precedence any other BR. If you're putting the same condition, the two BRs, and putting the order is different, then it will be executed in a different order only. So the last BR, which is on the highest number, will execute it last.
Got it, sir. Thank
Okay.
you.
And also one more thing, that there's a I'm just looking for in this book only if I can get it. It will be इसमें है नहीं वो. Otherwise, there's a screenshot available somewhere in the LinkedIn as well. That ordering of, रुको मैं देखता हूँ एक मिनट।
सर लिंक्डइन से याद आया, आपने बोला था मैसेज करने को, आई ट्राइड बट लाइक
ये रहा. If you see this, ये देखो, ये आपको बता देगा कि किस, ये आई गेस लेटेस्ट है ना, नहीं तो ओल्ड है. ये आपको बता देगा किस ऑर्डर में आपकी स्क्रिप्ट एग्जीक्यूट होती है एक्चुअली में. इसको पढ़ना. ये देखो, बी आर नंबर अगर था इसमें, ये इस पे भी होगा. आई एम गेटिंग नाउ श्योर. थंबनेल्स लेके जाता हूँ, पिक्चर देखेंगे तो याद आ जाएगा, क्योंकि सीक्वेंसिंग इज मैटर हेयर. ये तो टाइप ऑफ स्क्रिप्ट्स हो गए जो हमारे देखनी है. ये रहा, देखो. Most server-side scripts can be ordered. However, the order in which server script run is like this. Before business rule within order less than 1,000. Before engines, before business rule database, this. थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट है हमारे लिए, बट इफ यू रीड दिस कंप्लीटली यू विल गेट अंडरस्टैंड दैट हाउ इन विच ऑर्डर शुड वर्क एंड व्हाट ऑर्डर वी शुड पुट व्हेन वी आर क्रिएटिंग आवर ओन BR. Or you can go through this link. That how system behaves when it run like this. इसी की जैसा, और शायद आपको लेटेस्ट कुछ और भी मिल जाएगा. बिजनेस विल रन, ये डेवलपर साइट पे होगा, राइट. तो ऐसे database query, submit form, database query like this. ठीक, सेम स्क्रीनशॉट. ठीक है. So this order will help you to understand that in which sequence it should be executing and which number you should give while creating the BR. Before है तो less than 1,000, after तो above 1,000 ऐसा नंबर हो, ताकि वो उसको इजी रहे समझने में सिस्टम को कि मुझे कैसे इस ऑर्डर में ये एग्जीक्यूट करने हैं. ठीक है. So this is the
Yes, sir.
another part of scripting. Definitely you guys need to be work hard, because this is what I know about this part. Now, if you see this, I'll come back here and thumbnail. Yep. As per this book, these are the server-side scripts: business rule, UI actions, and now ACL. ACL means access controlled list. If I say access control list, means what the first thought come in your mind, that we need to be restricted some access. Okay. So the meaning says something is restricted, but ACL doesn't mean is that. ACL means that it is a special kind of a treatment which we can give to the users. So they can access the system, they can access the records. Okay. Now to work on the ACL, if I go back here and search for the ACL. Okay, ACL. Here. Click. I click on this. Even though I am an admin, still I cannot see the new button on the ACL. The reason is ACL is something, if you add intentionally or unintentionally a user in the ACL, you are giving a lot of rights to spoil your system. So whenever we need to work on the ACL, we need a elevated role. Yeah. See, elevated role. It means that I'm giving this user a special role that is called the security admin. So tick and update. Now, if you notice, a red color is there and there's an arrow key also there. Okay. Now you can see the new button. As I say that ACL doesn't mean that I want to restrict. ACL means I want to give a role or I want to give authority to a user to use or see these records. Like examples for the ACL, like I don't want that user who is not having the incident manager role can see the incident data. Okay. Or I want that only the assignment group should see their assigned tickets. Now to do this particular part, you can use the business rule as well. Query business rule run करो, उस पे condition डालो, हो जाएगा. But the recommendations goes for the ACLs as well. So now when I click on the new, and I can have multiple type of ACLs. One thing which is important about this elevated role, it is a limited time period role. What does this mean? If by mistake you log off, then we can do this thing. So now ACL can be on the record level, process level, UI page, UX page, UX route, graphical QL, client level script, or this. In these components, you can put the ACL. So we are going to discuss about a little bit on the record level. Now, this is something newly added by ServiceNow in the Yokohama or might be Zenodo release. Decision type, allow if, deny unless. अगर condition match नहीं करी तो छोड़ दो, वहीं बंद कर दो. If condition is matching, only then proceed further. So what I want now, this is operation. What operation you want to build? This is important. A user should be able to create, should be able to read, should be able to write, should be able to delete. See, I'm not saying that should not, I'm saying should. Because ACL doesn't mean to be controlled. To restrict anything. ACL means to giving the authority to the right user to do the right work. बताओ क्लियर है यहाँ तक? So in this operation, we tell that where we want to be apply this ACL. I don't want any user should able to make a change on the list view like this one. कोई यूजर यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं कर सकता, कुछ नहीं, no should you should not do anything. Oh, then we can define the ACL here. What ACL? That is list view ACL. So if you see here, add to list edit, save as template, report view, that a user cannot create a report on this particular table. Personalized choices. So now your homework is that you have to read this thing, type of ACLs. So I decide create. Now ACL can be applied on the two places. One, a table level ACL. By Vikram invited me at his home and he said, Atul, you have full access to my room. Okay. That is called table level mapping, table level ACL. So if you put asterisk, this is applicable for every table. Or if you want to put specific, put incident. Now, field level. Do you want to allow a user to use this field? Like I give you use case. I want to make all the fields read only once incident get resolved. Okay. So you can put the specific field here. If you want, no, I don't want to put any restriction, then put asterisk. Okay. Then this is important conditions, because if you want a user should able to see or update or to do the work as per the above defined points, ye wale, then what role he or she needed? A user with the ITL role. You can define like this. Matlab, if I'm putting any condition, any table name here, then only it can be used by the ITL rule. Or if you want, you can put your attributes like this. So you can put attribute type. What type of security attribute you want to be restricted? Sorry, operations, not attribute, operations. Means, so ServiceNow think that every time the users are complained that I want to make a ACL where only the group should be able to access that particular records. पहले उसके लिए कोड करना पड़ता था. Now they put something like this. So like has admin role. मतलब if a user has an admin role, then proceed further then allow to the user to move forward. ठीक है. और तो अब क्या है, you don't need to write code for these stuff to check that अगर user के पास admin role है तो ही काम करना है. And you can see if I apply total 213 records on the incident table will be here. I want a user has an admin role, or might be I can delete this and put double asterisk and say this thing. has admin role, has creator, or this one has nobody role, or always. Or if you want, you can create your own one condition. ये देखो ये रहा. Group is, you can put the group name as well here. और इसमें आता है is member of a group, has admin, personalize, use. अच्छा इसमें से ही चलेगा, इसमें देखना ही पड़ेगा आपको. So these are the operations which you can use easily nowadays. No need to be write the code for this one now. So I'm looking for something is a member of a group. देखो रोल के बारे में भी है. Mention. So multiple operations you can find out. Might be group accelerator you want to put or this thing. So few basic use cases, I tell you that what we can do with the ACL. And once you put this condition, then, so not this condition, you put this attribute. Condition नहीं है, attributes है मेरे ये. ठीक. A user has an admin and delegated developer role, or is a member of. Is admin, is global, is frame, so this thing. And your work will be done. So if I come back here just to show you something on ACLs, not this one. रुको इसको दिखाते हैं आपको इसमें. इसमें भी आता है रुको. So now if you see here and let's say यहाँ पे ऐसे सर्च करते हैं इसमें. देखो these many are ACLs on the incident table 218. Deny unless. क्या है ACL? This is the write operation ACL. ठीक है. Deny write for records of incident unless user satisfies the condition of the security attribute user is authenticated. Means you're open a form but you cannot make a changes if you did not authenticate. And what they put for this one? Attributes you can user is authenticated. Then your work done. But now the common problem come. Let's say Priya complaint, Atul, when I impersonate Aneri, she can see these many fields, but I cannot see these many fields where we both have the same rights. क्या problem है इसमें? क्या issue है इसमें? Why it's not showing the same thing to us, both of us? So to overcome these type of issues, क्योंकि what happened basically, these type of issues are not easy to be identified. So ServiceNow introduced a concept called the access analyzer. ये देखो. Access analyzer means I can analyze two users on the different parameters. Here is access analyzer का page. What you want to do? Do you want to compare the user or you want to evaluate the access? So to do this very simply, let's come back here and open an incident. Okay. And open this one. Right click and you can see here access analyzer. Click on this. I want to compare user, group or role. I want to compare the user. अच्छा, किस user को? I want to compare a nary. Okay. On which table? On which record? I want to be check a nary's access on the table. Yes. Which table? Incident table. Do you want to check the particular record because Bhavya complained that Aniri cannot see these fields on this type of records. And now evaluate access. ये देखो. So Aniri has an access of these many stuff. But the question comes, I want to be compare Aniri and Bhavya. Compare user records. Let's say Aniri and let's say Matthew. Mac. ठीक है. Compare the user records. Now it will tell you that what a role a user has. So you can see here. ये तो बेसिक डिटेल्स है उसकी. नाम लेवल पे चेंज करना, वो रोल लेवल पे चेक करते हैं. ये देखो कुछ ऐसा जो रोल है नहीं. हैज ग्रांटेड, नॉट ग्रांटेड, एंड दिस यूजर हैज don't have this role. Now it is easy for you as an admin, as a support guy to identify that why and what is missing between these two users. Because generally we say that I can see, he cannot see, or she cannot see. Clear हो गया यहाँ तक everybody? And you can see the group as well. That what is the group of this Aneri and this one. So Aneri is part of this group and this Mac Jerison has no group assigned. Clear everybody? So this feature is very, very, very good given by ServiceNow nowadays. It also came in somewhere in Zenando release only, Access Analyzer. And we use these options to compare the rows. Why this user is able to see, that is not able to see. So we're talking about ACL. So now what we need to do? Not this one, my friend.
Sir, I have a question.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
So for example, like you compare two users, what roles they are having. So for example, A and B are having like five roles, and in that B is not having the fifth role, which one A is having. So from there, we can assign the fifth role to the B user.
No. Assign nahi karna na. Access Analyzer is not for the assignment. It is just to validate that what is the difference between these two records. Might be you're saying that B don't have a role X.
Yes.
The possibility is that we don't need that role as well.
Okay.
Right? ये थोड़ा कि वो अगर गैप आया तो हमने देना ही देना है. Might be we don't require it. So the thing is that by comparing this, you can see that what things are missing so that you can go and deep dive that, okay, A has a role X, B don't have, but what that role do for the A? Is it the same role which is missing for B and causing this issue? Or might be a different issue? क्लियर हुआ?
Yes, sir.
I'm coming back again on this side only. So today's homework is to be do this particular part. Create ACL, read about the ACLs, read about the operations, exercise analyzer. Then you're good to go for this particular part. ठीक. So, but ACL is also my server-side scripting. So if you see this, एक्सेस कंट्रोल ये भी सर्वर साइड है क्योंकि ये फॉर्म पे नहीं होता, ये आपको डेटाबेस लेवल पे जाके चेक करता है. ठीक है. नाउ वन मोर थिंग is called script includes. If you are a hardcore developer, then this is one of the area where you always play. You always place. Script include means something which you write and you reuse that script in multiple places. I know only this thing about script includes. ठीक है. Then schedule jobs. What does this mean? When you want to be execute or you want to be run something daily, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, then we create a schedule jobs. Means which can go in your database. So how does schedule jobs work? In the schedule jobs, you have to be write the code. But nowadays, schedule jobs can be moved to the flow designers. Because flow designers are the low code. So if I search like this, देखो ये शेड्यूल जॉब्स है इंसिडेंट टेबल के ऊपर कुछ, और इनका डैशबोर्ड भी है. If you want to see how the schedule jobs are behaving for you, mainly we do the schedule jobs to let's say I want that every day a job should run and close all the incidents which are open from the last 30 days. या तो मैनुअली करो या फिर सिस्टम को करने दो. If you want to system should do, then you can write a schedule jobs, or same thing you can do a flow designer as well. Question clarification को doubt नहीं पूछना. So if I come back here and I can open this just to be sure, daily data collection, even though this is coming from the performance analytics perspective, indicators वगैरह सब आपने बनाया सारे. In the schedule jobs again you have to write the code. वही glide query करो और अपनी conditions डालो and add query करो, then you can do this particular part. Let me see some simple one if I can get to show. Let's see this application status count. That I want to see that how many applications there, what is the status count. So you can put the same thing. Same again, code is all about code. Then another concept come, background scripts. Sometimes what happens that Vikram says, Atul, I have a 500 incidents and I want to close it. हाँ तो कर दो. Atul, but if I open one incident one by one, it takes a lot of time. So how to do? In that case, we can create the background scripts. यहाँ पर दो टाइप के स्क्रिप्ट्स होते हैं. एक है background scripts, एक है fixed scripts. Background scripts means, and in the background scripts, you can do anything. Means if a field is read only, you can still make a change in that. By force, you can do. So come back here. G बैकग्राउंड नहीं, अच्छा इसका स्टार्ट होता है स्क्रिप्ट बैकग्राउंड करके. यस, यहाँ पे यू कैन पुट योर कोड एंड इट विल एग्जीक्यूट इट. Again, glide query, glide record, everything you can do, and you can see the results here. So now if you have for that 500 incident, if you have a condition that priority 1 category this assigned to this and updated not updated in this days, put it here and execute. Your work done. Clear हुआ everybody? Topics are small, but from the development perspective, because this is not a development class, from the development perspective, it is a base for you now. The only thing is that you should know that how to run, what to run. So if I take example of any this thing, let's say copy this one, this one, this one, Control A, Control C, and run this. So you will get your results here. In the background scripts, things will be done in the completely background, and results will be read in the front end. So 0.340 milliseconds में हो गया और इसका results ये है. Student, why it's not showing the results here? ठीक. But for us, this is one of the area. Also, you can write the scripts in your Flow designers as well. Your last. In your flow, sometimes what happens that we are not able to achieve the things which is given by ServiceNow in the out of the box way. Then we can use the scripts in the flow designers. So this is all about my scripting part. What I know, I told you. Any doubt, question, clarification by anybody? Clear everybody about the scripting. Now it is up to you to be study, up to you to be read, up to you to be hands on this particular part. Okay. There is a small topic, very small topic we'll pick up, not a big one. ServiceNow provide us a visual presentation as well, and that is called VTB, Visual Task Board. Let's say I am running a team of the 10 developers, and every developer has assigned minimum 3 to 4 stories. And I want to be track their progress in my daily stand-up call. How I can do? How I can do is called the VTB. VTB एक बार इसको पहले एक्सरसाइज खत्म करते हैं elevated role. Take back. Visual task board. There are two ways or two type of task boards you can create it. Free form and table driven. Either you can create a VTB from here, or if you want, you can just open this one. And let's say I want to go for the change. Open and right click and show visual task board. In this case, system will create the task board for you automatically and put in this format. So we were discussing that there are two type of task boards. One is free form, one is the table driven. Free form means there's a no validation, and that records are not coming from the table itself. Let's say if tomorrow I say, guys, I want to start a new batch and I want to prepare the agenda. So I can create a VTB for the same, free form VTB. And I can add my agenda there. So like to do, doing, done, and this. If you want, you can rename it. Atul, Bhavya, Bhavna. So Bhavya need to do take attendance. Bhavya need to do arrange full drinks. Bhavna arrange disposals. Now I can move anything like this. You have a free form. I saw the example that VTB freeform has been used for the shift handover. Might be a shift is going, another shift is coming, so they create the cards and they assign the cards to the other users. Okay. If you want, open it. To whom I want to be assigned? I want to be assigned this to Anevi. Sorry. So now you can see mirror name is coming. I want to be assigned this to Akbar. No, but I want Akbar should do three things in this video part. Create a checklist. Take name, add name, delete name. So now you can see कहाँ गया अकबर का ये है ना. You can see this option 03. It means it has a checklist. So because it is a free form, there is no validation. So if I want, I can move it to this one. So let me add one more lane closed. Because the no validation system will not know that what we're doing. Other than this, go back again, open, go it here and get a new VTB. That is data driven. अरे I want to go for the data driven तो ऐसे कैसे हुआ? New. देखो data driven means and it will show only the table which is coming extended from the task only. I want to do a data driven from the incident table. What you want to see in the vertical lane? I want to see a vertical lane assigned to. In a swim lane, I want to go for the priority wise. Next. Do you want to put filter that you want to be see the records only for the in progress or the closed or might be assigned to your group or might be created in the last few 7 days. If you want, you can put any kind of a conditions here. Otherwise, it will have 213 cards to show you. Let's get great. Sorry, let's click create. So now you can see. Because I say that the lane should be assigned to name. So now I want to be assigned this ticket to Beth Angeline. I can do like this. And if any validation is there, system will pop up me. वो कह रहा चेंज नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि चेंज करने के लिए आपको इसका ग्रुप चेंज करना पड़ेगा. Where the Beth should be the group. Which is a valid use case. ठीक है. So also now you can filter out as well. I want to see anything which is assigned to David Liu. I want to be assigned anything assigned to Beth Angeline. Generally, we take a um, straight the vertical lines. And now, if you want, you can assign to anybody else as well. Clear over VTB? Because it is not an end user training. So I will not take you deep dive. Something I unexplored for you. Go and see these things. So now they have included SLAs as well. You can show the SLAs. ये देखो कि किसी में आपका SLA ब्रीच होने वाला है तो you can put this thing as well. See, so multiple things are there. You can check, you can define, you can update. But यहाँ पर आप अगर ऐड करते हो कार्ड तो वो आपका टेबल में जाके क्रिएट होता है इंसिडेंट. And it is all data driven. As I said, it is not free from, it is a data driven completely. And it work only for the tables which is coming from the task table as extended. Non task tables के लिए काम नहीं करेगा ये. ठीक है, एवरीबडी क्लियर? विक्रम, भव्या, प्रिया, अनेरी, अकबर।
यस सर। बट अभी आपने जब उधर ऐड
Yes,
करने के
sir.
लिए क्लिक किया, जब ये नया पॉपअप खुल के आया, तो आपने किसी यूजर के नीचे ऐड बटन पे क्लिक किया, तो वहां पे कॉलर में वो
नहीं 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 नहीं, ना 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 ना, कुछ नहीं आएगा. It is the same form when you click on the create new on the incident form.
ओके।
तो वो प्री, अगर आप कहें कि मैं इस पे क्लिक करूं तो प्रोपराइटर नहीं, वो ऐसा नहीं है. ठीक है, बाकी सब क्लियर ऑलरेडी? Good. So with this, a, a small topic of VTB is also covered. The purpose of showing the VTB is that because it is like a quick win. And now, not nowadays, almost every company who are saying that they're using the agile in the stand-up, they use the VTB always to run their stand-up calls. 15 डेवलपर्स हैं, फटाफट स्टेट वाइज पे उसको फिल्टर किया, बोलते गए, देखते गए किसके नाम पे क्या असाइनमेंट, डिस्कस एंड क्लोज इट. So you should know that how the VTB work. Clear?
यस सर।
Good. Chalo. And last question before I close the recording. Good.